Namaste, angels. This is the weekly love reading for the period of today, Sunday, the 17th of February, through Saturday to come, the 22nd of February. A few things that are falling within this period is tomorrow is a busy, busy day. Jupiter will be biquintile, the true node, which is currently Cancer. Chiron, the wounded healer, which is an asteroid actually, but it's counted among the planets for the purposes of these retrogrades and everything. It enters Aries, where it had been, speaking of retrograde, during its retrograde, and then when it left, it went into Pisces, and so now it's leaving Pisces and coming back into Aries, where it will be until the year 2027, or like 9/11 or 11, well, 11/9. What else? Also on the 18th, the sun enters Pisces. So bye-bye Aquarian season. Hello Piscean season. And then on the 19th, we not only have the full moon in Virgo, but we have on the Hebrew calendar an event called Little Purim. So this year I talked about it, but not like the way I did let's say last year. I think I remember last year telling the whole story over a period of days, reading this story to you about Esther, because I was on this whole, I am woman, hear me roar thing, which is important. I was trying to show the divine feminine, how important we are on the journey. And so I went through, a lot of that. I talked a lot about Mariama last year, not Mary, Jesus' mother, but Mary, Moses' sister, who first led that exodus. And, Esther similarly led, a bit of an exodus herself. So that is the festival of Little Purim. It's a recognition of the traditionally celebrated and practiced Purim when it falls on a year that's not a leap year. It's celebrated during what's called Adar 2. This is the month of Adar. It's the month of joy. So we should be happy. And Purim is the celebration of joy, basically. Let me cut to the chase. It's a celebration of joy. And the reason the people were joyous was because they defeated the evil king that, had enslaved them. All right. So that's the energy we're working with this week. There's also some other smaller transits. I think tomorrow Venus will be conjunct Saturn, I believe, and that is a favorable transit as well. And then toward the end of the week, a more iffy transit when she is conjunct Pluto. And on that note, let's see what our dice want to tell us this week. We're going to begin with eat cake, maybe in celebration of the Pisceans. Yes. Acknowledging something or accepting some kind of proposal or offer maybe. And massage. Spirit says, stay in bed, but buy shoes. I guess you could order online. And it's 50-50. Maybe particularly if it's not 50-50, buy shoes. Like if you're not sharing, everything with another person as part of a relationship, it doesn't feel reciprocal. Maybe you should buy shoes. Speaking of that, and perhaps changing our environment with whom and what and where we surround ourselves, I am beginning with card number 44 from my numerology deck, and environment. And it is green. As I was shuffling this week, so much green. Last week there was so much orange and like sacral chakra and Archangel Ariel energy that I had to buy an orange candle. I may have to buy a green one today after I finish this. So environment. Oh, no, we're back to the abundance in the pink. Actually, this is an 8-2, right? Card number 44 equals 8. And then opening to card number 88, abundance, which is very like Ace of Pentacles kind of card. And then speaking of archangels, Archangel Chamuel, who, does associate with the color pink as well as green, to be honest. Chamuel, the Archangel of Abundance, as I mentioned last week. as well as lost things and unconditional love. And opening to 66, speaking of unconditional love, and is a card called Healing. Healing. And New Beginnings. Healing. And back to environment. On that note, I will cut after this. We have thoroughly shuffled. And it's card number 96, Forgiveness. Overall energy this week is card number 5, and it is change. I failed to mention there's a holiday or feast days recognized on the Christian calendar this week too. It's the 21st, the Feast of St. Peter's Chair is what it's called. But what it is, and the only reason I'm mentioning it now is because I just talked about how I try to display and describe the feminine's role on this journey. But the masculine's is very much, of course, of a Peter, a Jesus, a Horus, a leader, basically, a Moses. And that's what the feast day is about. It's about Jesus having left Peter to fill his place, and then those who came to lead and spread the word and spread the example in Peter's place. Peter went on to become a martyr. He was put to death for his beliefs. He was persecuted. Somebody came after him. People are still coming after him, and that it would be the divine masculine in particular. All right, so that's this week also. Now we know all the energy with which we're working this week. Divine feminine, the masculine as it relates to the feminine this week. Very particular. It's this week, as associated to love, himself, and the union as a whole. Overall, what the masculine would have the feminine do: contribute, surrender toward the union, what he himself is willing to. But the universe would have the two do, but they will have to affirm it, in order to get that full support. The universe wants to see you trying to help yourself at 50-50. 50-50 with the universe. You got to do your part. It's going to do its part in supporting you 100% if you step up 50% of the way. And the outcome. It's all about change. Divine feminine. Happy ending. Very nice. So where we had been going through some sort of struggle or strife, or at least felt like we had, I'm sensing that for a lot of us, whatever this thing is, because of course I don't know what it is, but whatever this thing is in your life, that it was mostly mental. Okay, that's what I'm getting. But even if it is something that you felt in, any kind of tangible, physical way, things turning around, and there will be a happy ending, things working themselves out in that struggle. The energy surrounding that situation changing, shifting. The masculine as it relates to the feminine this week, it's more 5s. It is card number 55, Adventure. And I feel like it's a new adventure. And adventure can go either way, good or bad, but I am feeling that this is good too. It's 50-50. It's a very shared experience is what I'm getting from this. Like you won't feel it's something being done to you or in spite of you or without you. I'm getting a very together sort of feel from this. And maybe that too is a change in your life. Maybe you're not used to that. Maybe that's why it would be considered a happy ending. If you look at the general reading, these 5s have been following the feminine for sure. From there, we got so many 5s yesterday. The masculine as it relates to himself this week in love, health, card number 71. Of course, 71 equals 8. 8 is about karma. It is about the universe stepping in, to work its magic on you. Eight's also about like receiving blessings because you've been, listening along the path, following the guidance that you've been given. And again, the orange is very sacral chakra. Some of the masculine can be dealing with some sort of sexual health issue, or they might feel that they are. Could be in their mind too, that you're not sure if things are working properly, I'll say. Go to the doctor. Get checked out. I mean, if you feel that strongly about it. But I do feel the masculine dealing with some sort of thing. And the other thing that I said to you last time when I got a similar feeling for the masculine was, maybe do like a cleanse. Maybe do at least a period of celibacy. If you just stop having sex and just like detox yourself. Sage your penis. I saw a meme on Facebook, something like that this week, like sage your penis. I'm not saying literally, but maybe you want to do something literally, like around you, or you can take a spiritual bath too. That's not just a female thing. I definitely feel like that's in large part to what this is connected. It's something having to do, like sexual health. I don't know how else to say it. Okay, now I'm hearing that sexual health also, has to do with the mind, our thought, too, and feelings. So it could be more than that. It could be more than just the physical, something going on with the genitalia or something. So if that's the case, if you're having, you're struggling with some sort of emotions tied to sexuality or sex. Again, if you feel that it's a really serious issue that you can't handle, then, there are professionals that can help you with that, doctors and stuff. If you feel it's something that a professional needs to help you with, but maybe not the level of an MD or something, there are counselors, there are therapists, there are, even on a lesser scale, like, relationship counselors and spiritual counselors, spiritual practitioners. I shouldn't even say a lesser scale. I'm one myself. I'm a licensed pastor and ordained. So you might want to talk to somebody like that, or get into some meditation, and then just remember what I said last week about the different types of meditation, and particularly the part about if you think you're in danger of falling asleep or something, then maybe avoid guided meditation, because you don't want to like nod off and not know what somebody is speaking over your life while you're in a less than conscious state. All right. I tried to leave it, but I didn't say anything about the purple. So purple can be attached to pride. And I'm wondering if that's one of the reasons why I was feeling something about sexuality too. Not just because of the sacral chakra, but some sort of difficulty, pride that involving, that would be connected to pride. Like maybe, like this erectile dysfunction or something. To the more positive. I didn't give anything positive either. I did mention last week, the color purple can be associated with, regalia, royalty, power, authority, right? Wealth, abundance, extravagance, it can be a card of mystery too, like purple and dark blues. I was trying to see what else I got from it. So there's a few. So I guess there's a few things that could be going on with this, and some are more positive than others. Some are more involved and maybe even serious than others. The union as a whole, synchronicity. So more of this purple. and more of the pink. I think this is tied more to the feeling of abundance, like and wealth, and that relates to the synchronicity as far as being, the strength and the value of it, and how real it is. Very nice synchronicity. So watch for signs, guys, on both sides, masculine and feminine. Overall, more purple. Oh, so maybe I should get a purple candle this week, not green. But there's the green. As I say that, I realize the green is there in the middle. Teaching and learning. So this is a very Hierophant and or Hermit kind of card. And I think it's about enlightenment and study and learning, and introspection and helping others, and that's seeing the light. But also I'm getting like how we should be able to learn from one another. Like I like a man, from whom I feel I can learn something. And a lot of times what I'll find is the man doesn't necessarily feel like he has anything to teach me. Maybe because I'm more formally educated or something. And that is so not true. So not true. And so that maybe that's attached in part to the health too. Like learning yourself and understanding your worth and your value, connected to the purple. The abundance that you contribute just by your existence. Coming to learn and understand that. What the masculine would have the feminine do toward the union this week. It is completion. We're finishing something. Something's coming to an end. Or the masculine wants something to come to an end. And it's funny because guess what this sits under? First of all, there's more purple. Okay, I'm getting a purple candle. It's settled. Not a green one. First of all, there's more purple. And but second of all, I'm talking about ending. And it's sitting here under the happy ending where there is yet more purple. So I think what he wants to end is any, stress and strife. And for us to move into this place, this space of happy ending instead. And of recognizing one another's value and worth. Yeah, we're surrounded by the purple. There's purple here, purple here, purple here, purple here in the center, purple here. What the masculine himself is willing to do, surrender, contribute this week toward the union. It is more purple and more 9. Compassion. He did this last week. Remember for the there were the 2 orange cards, and for the feminine it was like self-love, and for him it was like self-determination, or vice versa, but they were both orange cards. So they were very much alike. Same thing this week he's doing. He gave us each a purple card, but ours is 9 and his is 9, and it's compassion. So that may go to what I was feeling about with the pride. Right? Because isn't compassion like the opposite of pride? Pride is like loving yourself in the unhealthy way. Because then we're meant to love ourselves, but it's like in an unhealthy way. Ego. It's ego. Which is not love, actually. And compassion is the opposite of that. Compassion is love. So he might be healing that part of him too. And that can be connected to him as a sexual being also. Compassion and passion. Being more sensitive to the feelings and thoughts and desires of other people. Not just your own. Not just stuck in your pride and your ego. Wow, I love it. What the universe would have the 2 do, but they will have to affirm to it. Boom! Love partnership. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I didn't think this reading was about to, after I had that little mini revelation in front of you guys, I wasn't sure. I wasn't expecting anything to get any better than that. Love partnership did it though. And the outcome. It is follow your dreams. And so more of with what we started, the 8 for abundance and the 5 for change. Awesome. for more of a perspective from the universe next. I'm going to my fortune teller cards. You know, I had promised to use them more during the month of February. Because they were very Valentine-y to me. I don't know why. In any case, we're beginning with luck this week. You are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities that are ahead. And opening to judgment. Soul searching will bring you inner peace in many areas of your life. So this is kind of connected to that energy of teaching and learning that we just saw in the last spread. Introspection type of thing. And love. Love surrounds all of your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. Judgment. And the devil. Take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. So I did see in the general reading where we needed to get away from particularly the masculine, needed to get away from something or someone. It wasn't clear. And it looked like, you know, it could be different for different people. Like for some masculine, there may be an actual relationship that he needs to stay away from, whether it's romantic or familial or friendship, something he needs to get away from. And then for others, it seemed like there could be like an element, like maybe in the streets and, you know, drugs or, you know, something involving legality that he needed to leave alone. And without fail, it is the moon, because there is a full moon this week. I always mention to you guys when it pops up, the moon never fails to show up in my readings when we're upon a major transit like this, such as a super moon in Virgo. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. And how awesome is this? The overall energy is lovers. There are two paths ahead. Be true to yourself. So we may have to make a choice between two people. And like I just said, I definitely saw something for the masculine where there was like an element where there was a person, place, or thing that he, you know, clearly needed to leave alone from my perspective. And, you know, one that would make him very, very happy, like 10 of Cups happy. So that could be it. I do want to say, this is in the middle, so it's a weird place. But first of all, thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. We had far less than normal, typical, at any period, at any time, the whole time I've been doing these readings, views on the love reading last week. And it did seem to be due to something with YouTube and people not getting their notifications and YouTube not like putting my videos in the feeds and things like that. So I did speak to them and got some word back of, you know, what you guys can do. But I was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to post it in the video. And so if they don't know that I have a video, they're not going to know to look in the description box to see what to do if they don't get a notification or don't see my videos in the feed. But that's not what I wanted to stop just now to tell you. I wanted to say that if you did miss that reading, just because it was for last week, it's not too late for you to watch it. You know, it doesn't expire, because I do feel it's still very important for a lot of you to see for whatever reason. You know, so particularly the love reading. Divine being or couple here. Recent past. Near future. Masculine's higher self. Blocks to individual progress or union. What the feminine can do to help herself in that regard. What the masculine can. What the universe recommends to both, you know, to further themselves, again, either as individuals or a couple. And the outcome. Divine being or couple. Plain. A journey is indicated, either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. And I definitely saw evidence of a major shift, major movement, in a reading that I did yesterday morning for couples in separation. So if you're not in separation, you may want to watch that too, or at least parts of it. Because like I said, I saw these shifts coming about in general for the collective, and inclusive of people who have been in separation for long periods of time. I think that's to what plane is connected to. And that includes also people that haven't even met their partner yet. Major movement coming to us all in the very, very near future. I think in association with this moon, like on or around February 19th. Because I was seeing stuff in that reading about that day. And at the time, I wasn't even sure that that was when the full moon was. In recent past. Wish. Your heart's desire is ready to come true. So something that we've been trying to manifest recently, wanting to come forward now. Near future. Celebrations. You're ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. So here's what we're wishing for those things. And here's them coming in the near future. Masculine's higher self. Love. Love surrounds all your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. I really like that for you guys. Blocks to individual or coupled progress. Cracker. Positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune awaits. So your block is you not recognizing that. It's like that all the fives that I saw, for example, for the feminine. It's those sort of melancholy, pessimistic energies that prevent you from recognizing that positive energy surrounds you and that love, joy, and good fortune await you that are a block to you. So, you know, do some sort of pick-me-up. Which I mentioned in the last spread, different things we could do, the meditation. Well, I mean, specifically, I was talking to the masculine then, but anybody can do those things to, you know, cleanse themselves, detox themselves, heal themselves, prepare themselves for, you know, a new and cleaner, fresher energy, you know. Sometimes we just got to clean up our space. Like I could do some of that myself right now. My room is kind of messy. So like I could fold up my clothes and actually put them in the drawer. I could pick up this bag of bottles that fell off my door. My daughter saves all the bottles from the water. Because in New York, they have the 5-cent deposit. So when I go to the grocery store, every now and then we'll take the bottles. And I'll let her, you know, trade them in and keep the money. So the bag fell. I got to pick that up and put the bottles back in it and tie it up and go put it where nobody can see it. You know, so those kind of things we all can do to begin to clear and cleanse the energy around us. Maybe put into a spray bottle some essential oil of a citrus, you know, orange or purple, lavender. How about some lavender in a spray bottle with some water or something? And you spray that around your room and just change the air, cleanse the air. Feminine, what else can you do for yourself to pick up your energy maybe? It is key. New beginnings, directions, and adventures. Adventure, just like what the masculine wanted for us this week. The adventures await us. It says it awaits those who are ready to let go of the past. So we do need to put some effort into, you know, cleaning our energy, preparing our energy, releasing old, stale, funky energy and replacing it with new, clean energy, healthier energy. And there's purple in this card too. The keyhole is purple. So definitely some of us may want to work with something like a lavender. Maybe, you know, put a couple drops of that into your spiritual bath with some Epsom salt or with some sea salt. Masculine. What can you do for yourself? It is coffin. Natural endings abound. Take care with your health. So this is the second card of your health, masculine. Oh, actually, in the general reading, where I was concerned about the masculine, please watch that one if you haven't watched this. You can know what the hell I'm talking about. But the masculine was crowned by the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords, I think, surrounded by like the Nine of Swords. The Three of Swords, Judgment. No, the King of Swords first, Judgment, and Justice. And then I clarified those cards And I clarified with the Three of Swords. Now we had the 3 atop the King. We had the 9 of Swords atop Judgment. And we had, I don't remember what was atop Justice. But then I clarified this one again, and we ended up with 2 Kings of Swords and a 3 of Swords together. And I said, for somebody, this has something to do with your health. Maybe a health scare or needing to go to a hospital or something. So I do want you guys to be mindful of that. And again, I would appreciate it if you checked out the reading. Now that I think about it, I just spent all that time to tell you to please watch the love reading, because I felt there was messages still in there for you. But the general too, the love reading from last week, the general from this week, please watch it if you haven't seen. But aside from that, so there was that one aspect having to do potentially with health. But aside from that, there was the other aspect that was definitely something of which you needed to let go. That not only goes with this card, but that goes with our overall energy of this one. There are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. I felt I had this whole empathic breakdown during the general reading, because I could feel the masculine wanting to get away from whatever that 3 of Swords and that 9 of Swords represented in their life, whether it was like I was saying earlier, an element of something unsavory, or a toxic relationship or something. He needed to get away from it. So you have to let that thing die, masculine, and you have to accept, which can be difficult if it's a relationship, even if it's just a friendship you've had since childhood or something. You have to come to a place where you can accept that, sometimes these things die. Relationships die. We have to let them go. And sometimes it can be a matter of our health, because something is literally toxic to us. So I hope you can find strength to release whatever it is you need to. And here you might find what else you can do to help yourself, because this is the card the universe wants to help you and support you, but you're going to have to affirm whatever this is. This is for both of us. It is Mountain. Know that you are protected as you face challenges, but still be cautious. So again, this is support in whatever it is through which you're going. And all you got to do is commit to yourself, commit on your own behalf to you. And the universe will as well, wants to. And the outcome. Oh, Thorns. Okay. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. So just like a matter of having to, get some of these things out of the way to access that's on the horizon there. With another deck, I'm starting with Moon. It is Major Arcana card number 18, the Moon, which represents the sign of Pisces, which the Sun enters this week. It's important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. And opening to the 9 of Summer. It's all about our dreams coming true, which is very Neptunian, right? The dreams. Neptune, ruler of Pisces. Now's the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have and all that's still to come. The Moon and the 4 of Summer. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting to you. This is that pessimistic, optimistic, oh, woe is me, nothing exciting ever happens for me energy I was talking about a moment ago. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way instead of being like that. The Moon and the Ace of Winter. Implementation of your brilliant new idea. Make it off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you to refine your plan and to reshape your goals into something even better. I'll do one more. It is the King of Winter. Intelligent, impartial, respected, and unemotional. At this time, it's very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional, and act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. The King of Winter is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Moon. Queen of Autumn, thoughtful, caring, creative, ingenious. Also a Taurus, Virgo, where the full moon will be, or Capricorn. You will be given advice that's both practical and creative, and it should be followed precisely. Focus only upon the positive in every situation or person. Overall energy is the 10 of Autumn. In love, this can be about like love coming in so fast your head spins. If you're, single, or, you're not necessarily in a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife relationship with your divine partner, they can be coming through very quickly too. It can also be about moving to the next level. So whatever the next level is for you, if you are, let's say, boyfriend, girlfriend, then maybe the next is for you to get engaged or something, or have a baby. All of those kind of things can be true about the 10 of Autumn as it relates to love. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and to have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. This can be about like carrying on your family name. I guess where women still are willing to accept their husband's name, or where the husband's still willing to share it. I know that these are modern times, so it's not always the case anymore. But it can be about something like that, like passing on your name, your lineage, the next level. Crowning the masculine. It is major arcana card Awakening, so more Pisces and Neptune. Awakening is the hangman in the traditional tarot. Look at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily. Things soon will start moving again. Can have to do with some sort of party of three, maybe a love triangle, but not necessarily, since it is card number 12 equals 3. Masculine surrounded by the 10 of Spring. You're working far too hard and the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and to enjoy life. I think this card came up for you in the general also, masculine. It's about what it sounds like it is. And in the masculine subconscious, it is major arcana card 4, the Emperor. Structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, to be like a Peter, as you have much wisdom to offer. Crowning feminine. Major arcana card, the Queen of Spring. Talented, brilliant, independent, and charming. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. The Queen of Spring is a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Of course, she is also the quintessential divine feminine of the tarot, this particular card. And somebody very passionate about, what or whom they are doing at any given time. Feminine surrounded by the King of Autumn. Compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and grounded. Everything's going to turn out great. Projects will be stunningly successful. Exciting new career opportunities are possible. And money or resources that come your way will be invested wisely. The love will also be long-lasting, again, valuable, lucrative. There'll be overflow of abundance in that area. Perhaps with a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Feminine subconscious. It is major arcana card Release. We got to let go of something that is old and dead. Speaking of dead, this is actually death in the traditional tarot, card number 13. It's time to release the past and to move on to something new. This ending is the first step on the way to a happier future. Major arcana card Death represents the sign of Scorpio, as can the Emperor, which it mirrors here. Major arcana card, the Emperor, represents the planet Mars, ruler of Scorpio and Aries. Crowning. Speaking of Scorpio, it is the King of Summer. This can be the party of three. It can be a water sign, fire sign, and earth sign trio at this point. Warm-hearted, devoted, loving and faithful, a trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. The king of summer is a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. At the root, foundation, like from where did all this other stuff come? It is the Four of Winter. Thoroughly think things through before making a decision. Continuing to overanalyze isn't going to help you to get any closer to a resolution, but meditation and prayer will bring you the answers you seek. And that's also what I said earlier to you guys. Now, we could have made a decision about like releasing some stress, and a stressor may have been a third party in some kind of way. The heart of the matter. Oh, okay. Now every single element is here. It's the king of winter. Intelligent, impartial, respected, and unemotional. At this time, it's very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional. Act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced experts you can find. King of winter is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. I'm debating what to do next because I still don't have my laptop, and I don't want to run out of time and have to take a long time to upload this. I can't not mention though, when the hangman shows up, if it's connected to, like if I see other cards like the lovers and stuff, then I would have said that it was tied to like a divine union, a soulmate relationship or something. But when I see it like this by itself, then I have to say that, again, there's something of which you need to let go. Not necessarily a relationship itself, but there is something onto which we're holding that's not conducive to our growth or path or anything. And it might be a relationship, and you know, might be used to it. Again, I've been using this term the past few weeks. The devil, you know, it might be where you're comfortable, although you're also miserable, but you can't stay there. You know, you have to accept that if you release that, then something that is more fitting for you will show up, masculine. And it may be right here sitting next to it wanting to show up with the king of summer. King of summer can just be representative of a loving energy that's showing up in your life that could be attached to any one of these other characters. For example, the king of winter is somebody who's going to be very matter of fact and, you know, quite possibly very honest and clear, an effective communicator about what he wants, what he's seeking with you, what his intentions are, as they say. We might have to make a decision about all of this. Like, what do I choose? The emperor, masculine, you may be older and interested in somebody younger than you, or you may be finding yourself interested in somebody older than you, which is weird for you. You know, and if it's new, you know, maybe you're not 100% into it yet. You know, or that it's not like completely mutual, but you could find yourself falling for somebody older. For others, this can be somebody that's like, or an energy that's like an authoritative sort of person, and maybe that's why you're miserable. Or this can be your own energy, especially in this placement where, you know, it's like a subconscious placement of you thinking of, you know, being the master, you know, of your own destiny and taking charge as a leader in your own life. Death is pretty straightforward. It can also be about the need for us to let go, not just that we're transitioning to a new phase, but we could be holding on to something that is no longer, you know, conducive to our growth, of which we need to let go. Maybe again, so we can make a choice of what we want. Maybe this king of autumn is what we want. He's likely somebody that's very, you know, generous with his time, very grounded, very realistic, likes to make plans. I was talking about Virgo men the other day. I call them the marrying kind, at least the kind that I've been involved with. All wanted to get married from very, very young. They weren't playing around, you know, so that sort of thing. Again, the queen of spring is somebody who is extremely passionate about who and or what she's doing. So I'm going to try to get through some of these too. I'm not even shuffling here. So we'll see what we got. We'll see what we get. We'll see what we got. And if they still make sense, which obviously I expect them to. I wouldn't be taking the chance. So I was going to begin with honeymoon, which fits in with the moon again, and enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. A very Six of Swords kind of card too. Calm, still of waters that we're entering, maybe after a past period of difficulty. Atop the Hangman, it is passion. So again, maybe needing to let go of something that is preventing us from our passions, keeping us from our passions, which may be the Queen of Wands. She, again, is very passionate. Atop this 10 of Spring, speaking of the Queen of Wands, this could be the one, is what the romance angels say. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Queen of Wands doesn't mean she's an actual fire sign. Again, that is a representation of the divine feminine in the tarot. Atop this Emperor here in your subconscious masculine is release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And for some, I feel that's very literal. The time has come to clear your energy. We already talked about what I think you need to do with your energy and healing and cleansing. But I also feel that the release your ex is very literal for some too. And again, taking over your own life, being the master of your own destiny, and cutting the strings to control that somebody else has had. Atop this Queen of Spring is wedding. This situation involves marriage. It's, guiding you toward the divine feminine instead. Atop this King of Autumn, codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And for some, that can be money. Like maybe you're staying in an unsavory situation because of money, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, or somebody who is leading you around by the purse strings, or you don't know how you're going to take care of two households, or, there's some other sort of toxic situation tied to this energy of the material and the finances. But you need to let that go, because here you deserve love. You are lovable. So if you let go of the things that are holding you back and allow yourself to transition. Atop the King of Summers, healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. It's not just your parents, which this could be a representation of somebody's father too. Or you as a father, and that's why you don't know how you're going to leave, because you got a family. But it's not just any and everybody who is so impactful upon your life that you can't move forward. You need to heal that relationship or walk away from them or something. Atop the Four of Winter, it is flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So if you're debating whether or not you should do that, the romance angels suggest that you do. And atop the King of Winter, and clear communication and positive thinking and thought, is stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I'm trying here. From the angel therapy cards, I was starting with be willing to forgive, and here with sacred union, which is pretty awesome. Further advice to the masculine from this universal love oracle, it is forgiveness. When I think that that's in keeping with the rest of the reading. Feminine, for us, it's more moon, and this is the energy of surrender. Feminine energy of surrender. Letting go, stop trying to hold on to stuff that's dead. You're blocking yourself from stuff that's new and alive for you, that will give you life. Masculine, third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. Feminine, fairies. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. And lastly, from, how King of Swords, air, is this, masculine. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture where you felt like you couldn't before. Lastly, feminine. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. And I think this is us going to our guides for the most part, but some of us may actually have help, assistance on this plane. But seeing this woman in wedding attire and seeing this in wedding attire, and after I mentioned that some of us might be getting engaged when I saw the 10 of Earth, I do want to pull one more card here for this to go along with let your friends help you in wedding. And it is getting to know each other. So there could be some sort of event, a social event, that you'll have an opportunity to meet someone or to get close again to someone with whom you had a relationship before. And I think this came up. It came up, I think, in the separation reading for the couples in separation that I did. Some sort of gathering or something being an opportunity to meet up with people. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. But you got to free yourself from what's restricting you first. And that is this, whatever this is, that is a codependency. And your like refusal to allow something, you know, an energy or something to die. But there's an attraction to something else. You're being drawn to something else. You need to leave this behind, whatever it is. And you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So by not giving your positive energy to it, you're missing out. And this is your soulmate, dear. And look, the next card is upside down, so I wouldn't have gone any further. This is where I'm meant to stop by the angels. Yes, this is your soulmate. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this week's love reading. Forgive my mess. I look forward to seeing you again real soon when I come back for the full moon in Virgo reading. If you need a reading from me, please hit me up on any of my social media or queenofswordsthelightworker.com. If you need healing services from me, it looks like some of us need healing services. I'm, of course, available for that too. And you can look at them further on Queenofswordsthelightworker.com, or you can check out specifically Divine Light Cleanse also on Facebook. I have all kinds of testimonials and a 5-star rating on there. And I'm working with some very, very satisfied and happy people. People have been reunited with loved ones and all kinds of stuff. I talked about a dog that I've healed of epilepsy yesterday or earlier today and stuff too. So I'm enjoying my work because people are happy with it. And if you could use some yourself, please don't hesitate to hit me up. Thank you again for liking, sharing, and subscribing and supporting me here. And those of you who additionally and further support me on Patreon, I really, really appreciate you guys. To my little super chat friends too, thank you guys too. Sending me the extra donations during the live readings. I'll be back for a live reading shortly with this video. Namaste.